Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 11th to the 17th. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're going to jump right in. You know, Scorpio, I don't know if y'all know this, but before I do every sign, I do a little bit of a meditation. And I'm shuffling the cards too, and there are two that popped out. If they show up in your spread, then that's going to be bonkers. But I'll tell you whether they do or not, I'll tell you what they are. But I hope you're doing well. I'm looking at what's going on for y'all. This is a big time for y'all, okay? And we definitely, the good news is this week we're out of, the two most challenging aspects that happened in August, which was Venus, Spring, Saturn, and Neptune. And then we had Mars moving into Libra. As you know, if you saw your August forecast and Mars being your traditional ruler, it's a big time for you because we had the Mars-Saturn opposition as well as Mars and Neptune, and that was just over the weekend. Yeah? So I know that a lot of y'all, watch these forecasts. I dropped them a few days before the actual week. You're moving into that weekend where you have a lot happening. And so just take a breather, whatever you need to take a breather. The full moon in Aquarius, that's happening on the 9th, 8th, or the 9th, depending on where you live. That is going to have a really big impact on you, okay? You're one of the fixed signs that it's really going to have a big impact. And then obviously Pluto, your modern ruler, is in did I say Mars is your traditional ruler? Sorry, Mercury's retrograde as I film this. So Pluto is your modern ruler. So Pluto is in Aquarius. And then you have Mars trine Pluto. And you have so many things happening over this weekend. Okay. And a lot of that, remember, is playing out the rest of the week anyway. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And I also wanted to thank you for your patience for all your kind comments, okay? I know I skipped last week. It's the first time in 3 years since I launched this channel that I missed a week, and I had so much happening. And if you watch my live streams, you may know that I'm going through I'm calling it my Uranus and my ascendant vortex. And so it's been strong. It's been strong. Uranus came from my mind. Uranus came from my body. I'm still, in physical therapy. Ruby's in physical therapy as well. And so thank you so much. And and that's why I have this strange setup right now. And Uranus came from my computer. So I had to buy a new computer. And of course, Mercury's retrograde. And then, it was delayed. So hopefully it'll, come soon. But it's a strange setup right here. But Mercury, not Mercury, but Uranus, and Mercury, they both came from my spirit. They didn't take my spirit. It's still here. All right. So thank you so much for all your comments. I really do appreciate it. Okay. And this is definitely going to be a time for you to just get really excited. You got the luckiest aspect right here of the entire month, okay? And again, it's almost like your reward after going through those two strong aspects that would have a really big impact on you. And don't forget, we're still in Leo season, okay? You've got that stage, you got that spotlight. Even coming after that new moon, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of y'all got new jobs. It's in your 10th house of fame and, career. And remember, that's Leo, right? That Leo energy. Leo rules your 10th house. And 10th house is fame, and there is an element of fame with, Leo as well. So it really amplifies that. So you're just getting recognition, and it doesn't have to be career. It's just getting recognized for things that you do. It's achievements and it's honors. It's very public facing though. All right. So really, really big because you see what's happening on Tuesday as well. So we'll talk about that too, but I just want you to two things. This week for you, I want you to just consider it this seeding point. Okay. We're going to talk about that, but there's a lot happening with Juno, Venus, and the North Node really activated this week. Expect some destined moments, really wonderful moments. Okay. Now, the other thing is that while we're on this Leo, right? Sun and Leo, we're in Leo season. That's your 10th house of career and fame and honors and achievements. And then you're just still under the window of that full moon in Aquarius. That's your 4th house of home and family. And remember, there's so much home and family stuff happening for you. I mean, the ruler of, the moon is a ruler for Cancer, right? And so we're going to talk about this. I'm just telling you, there's a lot happening for you, Scorpio. So I really want you to, anytime you need a moment, take a deep breath, just connect with your higher self. You're going to be fine. Vibrate at that high frequency. Okay. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying it's a lot of energy that's happening with y'all over the weekend. And you can't even forget that grand trine. And there's Mercury retrograde. Let me see. Do you hear beeping? All right. So let me turn. Okay. Maybe that'll fix it. Anyway, and it was a very stimulating time. All right. Let's get through it. You do have Mars trine Pluto over the weekend, moving you into this week. You're going to feel it in the first half of the week. And again, that is going to be it just seems very spiritual for you, but a lot of energy in the home, your domestic sector, family, relationships, children, real estate, property matters. There's movement, there's activity in that area of your life. Now, Monday, August 11th, you do see that we do have that Saturn sextile Uranus. So I talked about this in your monthly forecast. Big. It's one of the two rare aspects that only happen, every few decades. Yeah. And it's in fire and air. It's fiery. Yeah. There's a lot of movement here. It's at 1 degree. This is the perfection of new beginnings. There's new beginnings and you're feeling it. And that's why I'm really harping on this big change for you, because Uranus in Gemini, remember, is in your 8th house for 7 years. For 7 years. And so you are really in this place of building wealth. That's the 8th house, right? As well as relationships. It can be love. It can be career. There's something really deep here. And you would know that because the 8th house is your home. You rule the 8th house. And it's transformation. So you're going through some breakthrough transformation. And you're having a lot of unexpected things happen. They may have been happening for you the past month. Okay? You're going to be good. This is a great aspect. And again, these are outer planets, so you're going to feel it for a while. You've already been experiencing it. This is definitely something that it's carrying you for a few years. But this is the peak, and we will have one more peak. All right? So remember, sextiles are windows of opportunity that they help you thrive and prosper. And this is in your 8th house, so this is very caterpillar to butterfly for you. And love and money is going to be one of the biggest themes for you this week. This aspect is so rare, by the way. Hasn't happened since 1996, this perfection. And yes, the year of the Atlanta Olympics, I was there. I saw people run on a track and field. I went to one of the events. That's where I'm from. But what's really funny is in 1996, Venus also squared Saturn back then too. Saturn in Aries. So to be honest, there may be some themes from 1996 that truly show up for you now. Truly show up for you now. In terms of your everyday activities and creative projects and work and health matters. And we're going to talk about that as well. But Saturn sextile Uranus, remember, is part of that minor grand trine that I call the prism portal. Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. That's happening for you at 1 degree right now. It's really strong. You're really feeling that. Everyday activities, work. There's a lot of energy asking you to, become that leader with Saturn and Aries in your 6th house of work and your responsibilities and duties when it comes to work, but also health and health matters and pets. And remember, that is sextiling Uranus in Gemini. That is sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. Those 2 planets are trining. There's your pyramid, right? So just looking at what's happening for you, there's a big storyline playing out for you with home and career for a long time, but also, and this is something to just really keep in the back of your head. Remember, I've been telling you, take inspired action now for where you want to be by February 2026. You want to do it this month in August, and you're going to get a glimpse of what your life is going to be like in February 2026 and beyond. And it's not only because of the Prism Portal. Please pay attention to this full moon in Aquarius. Please pay attention to what happened the first 2 weeks of August as well, coming after that new moon in Leo. Because don't forget, next year, and it's only 5 months away, we're near. Next year is when the North Node moves into Aquarius, South Node moves into Leo. You being a fellow fixed sign like them, you are definitely going to feel that energy. And that is your 10th house of career, your 4th house of home. You're going to have so much energy there. And fame. Well, y'all becoming famous. All right. The other thing is, and, you know, again, just being recognized for whatever you want to be recognized for. But remember, it is February. And that's the big month. And that's why I keep saying that. That is when that new moon that we just had, that's the corresponding full moon that's going to happen in February. We have a new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius in February. Saturn will conjunct Neptune at 0 degrees, the first time ever modern human history in February, the Great Reset. So please take all the inspired action now. Please, please, please. And this Leo story, you got Mercury and Leo. I'm just telling you, Scorpio, you have a lot of big things happening. All right. So let's just, you know, let's just continue. There's so many things I want to tell you. Just the big takeaway: out with the old, in with the new. That's all you got to know. All right. You're developing your inner wisdom, recognizing any limitations that you put on yourself. We need to let that go. Okay. You've got a lot happening for you right now that's building that inner authority. You're having this great structured new change, new breakthroughs. This great awakening as well with Uranus in your 8th. You are transforming. You're going to be a completely different Scorpio. All right. By the time we get to your birthday season, after eclipse season, which is next month. So when I say you're going through changes, you are going through major changes. I see what's going on for you. And I'm like, okay, Scorpio, I might have to do a longer forecast for them. There's a lot happening for Scorpio, but just remember, out with the old, in with the new, be your authentic self, and know that everything that's happening right now, don't resist the change. And just know you cannot hold on to the past anymore. When I say that, behaviors, patterns, the ways that you're thinking, everything that's happening for you right now is saying, hello, new world, new era, new earth, new you, everything's new. You're not going to recognize you. You're going through some big change and amazing change. And by the way, on this Monday, yeah, the moon will conjunct the North Node in Pisces. We'll talk about that later. You're seeing your path, okay? And it has to do with your creative projects. It has to do with it's your 5th house. It's self-expression. It has to do with love, true love and romance and family and children, pleasures, sex. It's the 5th house. You got Uranus in the 8th. You're okay. Now, Tuesday, August 12th, Scorpio, this is it. Okay. This is Venus conjuncting Jupiter in Cancer, 14 degrees, rare. Once a year. Annual gift from the universe. I told you this last in your August forecast. And because I talked in length about this, I'm just going to tell you 2 things that I didn't say. 1, we had no Jupiter aspects last month. Okay. And Jupiter, this is it's a 12-year cycle. So 12 years ago in 2013, we didn't get Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. It skipped it. And so what's going to happen now? Well, this day, which is our annual gift from the universe, is the 2 benefic planets. Again, a seeding point for you. It is typically a year long. So something is growing, something's developing. There's all this abundance for you. You can expect rolling out for the year. Next year, August 2026, we will have Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer again. So this is a 2-year lucky manifestation for you. Oh my goodness. You honestly buckle up. This is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's only conjunction in August. Now, Cancer rules your 9th house. What does that mean? 9th house is very spiritual. It's your worldview. It's your belief system. It's self-belief. It's that wisdom inside you. And it's that wisdom inside you. When you're connecting with that, when you're connecting with your intuition, which is, 9th house, that spiritual aspect of it. 9th house, of the house of the gods, right? So, whoa. And I say this all the time, when you're connected with your intuition, everything makes sense. You make karmically sound decisions. You don't sweat the small things. So you're building that, and you're going to become known as that. It's almost like you're the person people are going to go to for wisdom. Yeah. 9th house is also publishing. You write a book? You start a website, anything like that? Podcasting, ninth house is broadcasting as well. And travel, long distance travel, foreign cultures, foreign lands, education. A lot of y'all are going to be teaching. A lot of y'all are going to be going back to school as well. But you have this huge portal for 2 years of all this abundance. All right. So this is absolutely amazing. And and home and family is going to be really big for you too, by the way. Just keep that in mind. All right. But I have to tell you something here. What makes this even more once a lifetime, one of a kind, is the fact that it's a triple conjunction. And usually in the second spread, we talk about the fixed stars, lunations, the, planetoids, asteroids, things like that. I'm going to tell you now. It's a triple conjunction because you have Venus and Jupiter and Sirius all conjuncting at 14 degrees. That is just straight up alignment there, where it is right on top of Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, the dog star, the star of wealth and fame and success. And yes, even spiritual growth. And so that's amplifying that spiritual growth for you in your ninth house. But it's Venus and it's Jupiter. It's love. It's abundance. It's good fortune. It's expansion. It's wisdom. It's blessings. Amplified. Triple jackpot. And a conjunction is already really strong. But you throw in Sirius, you throw in the fact that Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, where it does its best for you. This is prosperity. This is lucky breaks. This and finances. This is money. It's Venus. Venus is love and money. With Jupiter, expansion and profit, and Sirius being wealth. Yes, I'm serious about Sirius. This is heaven on earth. So please, when I say this is a seeding point, do something. Launch something. If you're single, what I just tell you, you got to make things happen. You got to take these inspired actions. I'm telling you, you got this huge seeding point this week, and you're actually going to feel it days before and days after, the whole week. And a lot of y'all are going to see things materialize like right around this time. I mean, it's like sensuality and luxury and opulence and pleasure, all of that. This is really exciting. And so really, please set intentions, plant seeds, just put things in motion. This is going to be really big for you. The ninth house is very powerful. All right. So, and remember, you've got all these other aspects. Mars trine Pluto. You got Mars sextile Saturn. You got Uranus. You got just so much. Mars sextile Uranus. You got so much happening here. So much happening. Okay. And again, a lot of home stuff, to be honest, a lot of home stuff. Even the fact that you've got Uranus, sextile Saturn, those are Aquarius's two rulers. And so that Aquarius story, like I said, it's just not done. You got that for 19 years, by the way. And so the fact that Saturn's involved, bringing that promise of longevity and commitments. I mean, this is the golden buzzer. So we'll talk more about in the second spread with not only Sirius, but Juno is involved. Juno is Jupiter's wife, Juno, which is all about the truth and justice and harmony and fairness and equality in relationships and contracts and marriage and all of that. Juno will be trining the North Node pretty much the entire week. And Juno is in your sign right now, Scorpio. You're not messing around. You're not messing around when it comes to relationships. You got Mars in Libra, the sign of relationships. A lot of people come back from your past too, by the way. I think I mentioned that. Now, who's going to feel this conjunction the most? If you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, okay? Or for your husband, Ricky, or for your mom or whoever. It's the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. And if you know your natal chart, if you know your birth chart, if you have any planets in any other signs that I just said, between 12 to 16 degrees, you will feel it the most. All right. Now, same day you see that Mercury goes direct at 4 degrees in Leo. You've been waiting for this moment. This is how powerful this day is. And yes, it'll be August 10th, 11th, depending on where you live, because it happens right around midnight when Mercury goes direct. But it's that 4 degree point that's very interesting. It's very interesting because it's going to hover here. It's been hovering here for a little bit. And with that said, I want you to think about December 19th to the 25th of last year when it came to career or fame or public recognition or creative projects or love. I also want you to think of April 28th to the 30th. Okay? And the reason why I say this is because it was December 19th to the 25th last year when Mars went retrograde in Leo at 4 degrees. And then April 28th to the 30th of this year, Mars went direct in Leo at 4 degrees. It was opposite Pluto, basically, in Aquarius, in your, fourth house. But again, you're getting these little glimpses of what 2026 is going to be like. You're getting all these little winks throughout the year of what 2026 is going to be like for you. So just keep that in mind, because Mercury's just kind of picking up Mars's energy. And remember, when Mars went retrograde in Leo, you couldn't do anything. You had some slowdowns in career and fame and the way that you want to be recognized and social status and leadership. And again, creative projects, really big thing for you. So there may be some things that come up around this time. And 4 degrees, by the way, is the Cancer degree. And so it's very interesting. So, the moon rules Cancer. There's Jupiter in Cancer. Just something very there's almost like a spiritual awakening for you this week. Okay. And 4 is all about stability and foundation. And if you really want to go like deep back to like Pythagoras, 4 was the order of the universe. And, of course, the moon rules Cancer. Like I said, there's 4 phases of the moon. There's so much like synchronicity. Like, you are going to see things. You're going to see those wings from the universe, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday. The moon will be in Aries. And it's actually on Wednesday that the sun will trine the moon. You're going to feel fired up when it comes to your lifestyle, to health, to like even physical. You're going to really feel these days. Yeah. And it is a day of like Wednesdays are so optimistic and feeling very spirited, very entrepreneurial. It's your 6th house. So there may be some fun moments, great moments in terms of work and health. Yeah. It is a big indicator of opportunities and you creating opportunities. Don't forget, Juno is trining the North Node. Juno's in your sign. You're making things happen. Now, Thursday, August 14th, you got Mercury sextile Mars. By the way, look, I got a bigger thing too. Y'all see that? See? Yeah, all right. Changes. Anyway, Uranus on my ascendant. So Mercury sextile Mars, August 14th, 4 degrees. Remember what I said, your monthly forecast, super rare because these are fast moving planets. You don't get it. It's very rare. It happens like once a year, but when it happens, it's like quick. You feel it for a day, maybe 2 days. Remember what I said with this Mercury. When Mercury goes direct, it's going to be like a bullet train. But also Mercury hovering at that 4 degree point too is very interesting. So it's going to perfect again on the 18th next week. And then they're just traveling together for about 10 days. So an aspect that's rare and amazing that you normally feel for 2 days, you get it for almost 2 weeks. Take advantage. Take advantage. All right. Remember, this has everything to do with career. Everything that you've been waiting for, any delays, any setbacks, any miscommunication that you went through with Mercury retrograde. Oh, here you go. Yeah. Mercury's fast. Mercury's Hermes, the messenger, the mind. So you're going to be quick. You're going to be clever. You're going to be having a lot of attention and focus on love and creative projects and just seeing your authentic self shining through. Big emphasis on marriage and partnerships, contracts, employees, colleagues, things like that are thrown in here too. Negotiations, big thing here. Still very spiritual. Mars in Libra for you is very spiritual. It's your 12th house. So there's a lot of things that you're picking up. What is it called when your ears buzzing when you know people are talking about you? That's what you're going to have with Mercury sextile Mars. It's your 12th house. It's the hidden house. So it's like, when there's things happening behind the scenes for you. This is for you. And so I love this. You're going to be negotiating. You're going to be networking. You're going to be pitching. You're going to be flirting. You're going to be writing projects. You're going to be very persuasive. Use this. Use this. This is amazing. You're going to be funny too, Scorpio. You're going to be funny. You're going to tell some funny jokes. Now, and please network, to be honest. Please. Yeah. Please, please, please. It's Mercury. Very social. Mars in Libra. Very social. It's Venus ruled. Anyway, Friday, August 15th, you see that Venus is going to trine the North Node. So we have a nodal channel that is amazing because remember last month Venus squared the nodes? Well, she felt bad. And so now she's doing something really amazing. All right. So she's trining the North Node, sextiling the South Node. And so when you see what's happening for you at 18 degrees, again, remember the North Node happens to be in Pisces in your 5th house of what I said earlier, true love, romance, children, procreation as well, creative projects. But you've got Venus in Cancer in your 9th house. So there's something here that's very faded, very spiritually moving. And then there's also just something here where with the moon in Taurus, yeah, the moon's going to be in Taurus this day. But what does that mean for you on Friday? It means that Jupiter that's exalted in Cancer is going to sextile the moon exalted in Taurus. And the fact that Venus is Taurus's ruler and the moon is Cancer's ruler, yeah, Venus is going to sextile the moon as well. You have this mutual reception. This is an amazing day for you. All right. And we'll talk more about it in the second spread with these trines. But Taurus is your opposite sign. So like I said, big week of relationships, partnerships, legal matters, contracts. You've got, by the way, Jupiter conjuncting Venus in Cancer in your 9th house. That's the courts too. Legal matters as well. You got Mars in Libra. A lot of y'all getting married. A lot of y'all want to get married. Second marriage is a big thing for y'all. Okay? Or second date and things like that. Things like that. Anyway. And yes, you see, it'll be August 12th that I am officially launching The Great Awakener. And I apologize for that. I think everyone knows what happened with a delay for that. But look out for a live stream where I'm going to walk you through it. I'll walk you through it. I'm very excited. And I'll leave it at the end of this video. Or just, yeah, you'll find it. I'll put it in the next video if you don't, because I'm just thinking, actually, I think that when this video comes out, I will just be starting to record it. So that said, pay attention to, the full moon around that time. That's when I'm going to do that video and walk you through it. All right. Anyway, let's get started. Scorpio, I'm very excited for you. There's a lot happening. Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising. Okay. For August 11th to the 17th. Okay. So now I have to do this. And then I have to do this. All right. And now I'm back. Scorpio, y'all are so funny. I do a traditional cult across spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Scorpio, y'all got a lot happening. And the fact that Juno is so active, and again, Juno is in your sign. You're feeling it. You need that. You need things. We'll talk about it later. Y'all are amazing. Y'all crack me up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how funny is that? Remember how I said, I was meditating before every sign, and I'm shuffling, and 2 cards popped out, while 1 did. All right, and it's right in the middle. Oh my gosh! If the other card shows up, and you see it's upside down, it's only because it dropped, and so I put it back in the. So anyway, you got the world in the heart of your spread. Oh my diddly days. And I can tell you, even if you want to talk about I can talk about the reversal too. But look at this. Your life is literally you're changing. This is a huge change. Your life is changing. You got the Knight of Pentacles. There you go. There you go. What did I say about that long term? What did I say about you setting things up for the long term? Stability, commitments, all this for energy. Yeah. The foundations of your life. You're setting things up, especially with, finances and money and wealth. It's the pentacles, but pentacles are a physical reality. It's also the spirit of, consciousness, like rising above matter, linked to the vault of heaven. Like we're going back to Mesopotamia times, like the 5-pointed star. But anyway, your physical realm. Okay. It's even what I said about, the star Sirius. Yeah. It's all the spiritual growth and even an awakening for you. It's your 9th house through your material world, your material realm, your physical world. I love that. I love that. So yeah, continue, go forth. There's some things that you're setting up for the long term. You could even see here, the oak trees in the back. Mm-hmm. You see the oak leaves and the knight's helmet, as well as a horse. He's connected to his future, and he takes his time. And that's you. And you want to do that with Saturn. Remember, Saturn and Aries, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. Practice patience. You're going to see that is what works best. Yep. All right. So it looks like a lot of y'all have come into some new things too. That's you're setting it up, and then just even like you just have this goal that's a little bit more long term, and then wow, you got the world. Your life is going to change in ways that you would never, and you're experiencing it now. And remember, we're looking at both micro and macro. Yeah, with the prison portal, because remember that's a 2-year. It's longer than that, but you really feel it for the next 2 years. Wow. And you got the world in the heart of your spread, and so. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. This week you're going to really feel it, and I want you to feel it, and I want you to put some attention there, out with the old, in with the new. We're at the end of the major arcana. You see the dancing figure here with the 2 magicians batons. Remember, we started with the magician card 1, and then you've made it to the end, right? I mean, you see the wreath shaped as a 0, referencing the Fool, but the other thing is you made it to the end. Think of all the dualities and all the, the highs and the lows through your, journey, through the Fool's journey, through your journey. And now it's the merging of everything right here with this card. You see, you're here too with the 4 fixed signs in the corners of the world. What I say about that magic number 4? That's a big thing right now this week. Anyway, yeah, and even if you want to think about it as in like reversal, you've got to like really, the 2 main things I said: don't resist change, and B, everything in your world is going to change. You have to adapt to that. And there's almost like you can't enter this new era until everything that like you're not holding on to anything else. Everything that you intuitively know that has to stay in the past, you have to leave it in the past. Okay. There's a lot of aspects like right now that again is requiring you to do this. It's almost like non-negotiable, like this, but it's up to you. It's like this, I've got leaving in the past, even if it's like, I'm at like 50% on this, that's enough. Leave it in the past. Right. So, yeah, you're going to be fine. You got that 2 wands here, 2 things. There's a little bit of, for you, a little bit of, and I'm not saying it's good to plan. All right. Don't do things where you're jumping into things, new things, even where you're not really connected with your intuition. All right. Secondly, there may be some things that you're sitting on, and that could be a thing that we got to make a decision. The only way we can make that decision, trust your intuition. Mm-hmm. And the third thing, there's a third message coming for you. There is somebody out there. There's somebody that it's someone, it feels more work related, colleague or employee or something with work. I feel like you're waiting for them. I think you're waiting for them. And it can be love as well. You got big love stuff, but there's someone else involved. It's almost like you're waiting for them. And in a way, it's almost like they determine what the next step here is. But remember, take some of that power, all right? And it's part of what I said earlier, you sitting on something. So you take that action to move things forward. You want it anyway. You got that 8 of Wands in your crown. That's amazing. So you got a lot going on up here. But you know that a lot of things are happening for you and a lot of things are aligning for you. And you have all the 8 wands zipping in the air, magically aligning. There's so much movement and magic in this card. I really love it. And it's wands. So it has to do, it's so spirited. It's so invigorating. You're going to be feeling that. And again, just very spiritually activated. Yeah. Especially with your passions. It's wands. Where you, your ambitions. Remember, I said you're going to feel you're going to feel spirited and spiritual. Okay. Because you also got the 6 of Pentacles. What the heck? This is amazing. 6 of Pentacles, you see the very philanthropic man. It's just, there's so much support here. There's so much love here. Generosity, compassion, all those high frequencies of love and selflessness and giving. Yeah? Knowing your limits as you give, right? It's, you know, ask yourself this week, because it is in the root of yourself. Am I giving, I'm not getting anything? Or am I waiting to receive, but I'm not giving anything at all, right? There's got to be that balance. You see the scale in its hand, by the way. Yeah, and we call him the young Hierophant here. But there is a sense of a lot of y'all just finding that balance this week. And that's what, like, when that connects, when you have that balance, it almost like opens up these gates of that ancient, that wisdom I was talking about, that inner wisdom, that spiritual, that self-belief, all of that. It's amazing. Okay. But I get, there is a sense of even like service to others that's coming through, like the things that you do, the work that you do, the person that you are. There is a sense of like having this impact on others. And it just feels really good here with your second Knight of Wands in your future. Yeah. Go forth. Yeah. What is that Queen song? Don't Stop Me Now. That's what's coming through. Knight of Wands. Yeah. You're on a mission. This new world, new you, new era, new you, everything. New earth, new you. Everything's new. And you're just whoosh, flying through it, which is nice, which is great, because it's saying, yeah, everything that I said earlier about leaving things in the past, it looks like there's nothing here that, you know, it's going to stop you from that. But you got to take that action, okay? With that 2 of Wands here. And you can't wait for, he's not going to wait for him. Yeah, he's not going to wait for him. So someone sitting on a decision, let's just, hey. But honestly, with Mercury sextile Mars, when Mercury goes direct, like you're going to, there's got to be some momentum. And remember, this is just a weekly reading anyway, but just take that action. This is really great. Very fired up. Again, you're ready. You're on your mission and you're ready to transform your life. You're on a big journey. And yeah, remember what I said about travel. Some of y'all are going to be traveling long distance. You got that. You got that. You got your 3rd, your 9th activated. You're going to be, and it's going to be in a way, and I want you to do it in a way where it's like you're learning a lot about yourself. And I always say travel is a force of good. And that's why I love bringing up travel when you have that opportunity to take those big trips. Okay. Go to a wellness thing. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me, Scorpio, what is going on? What is it like to have Uranus in your 8th house? That's a lot of change and a lot of emphasis on love and relationships and money, inheritance and bonuses, commissions and royalties and joint bank accounts. That's all happening. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what, yeah. Oh my gosh. I just clapped for you. All right. So, you're good. You're going to get you're good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You got all these major, okay. You got the Devil. That's fine. Remember what I said, out with the old, in with the new, anything that you know that you're just, and here's the thing, you got Mars in Libra. Again, that's your 12th house. Remember, the lower expression of the 12th house would be not facing your fears, not being real with yourself about certain things that you know that you got to kick to the curb anyway. Out with the old, in with the new. The 12th house lower expression would be self-sabotage. Yeah. The 2 people from The Lover's card, chained to the devil. Yeah. And so again, there's something here. It could be really deep for you. And it could be a way that you're thinking. It could be pessimistic thinking. It could be something that you just have to leave in the past. That's going to empower you. And that's going to make so much room for whatever Venus and Jupiter and Sirius is planning for you to grow. You've got to do it. Okay? This is a lot of shadow work too. Maybe you want to take some time doing that. But there is this new you. That's amazing. So just identify what it may be. Because, wow. And yeah, it's going to have to do with like relationships, partnerships. But also, again, maybe something within you that's just ready to come out. You got to break free. You got to break free. You got Uranus in your 8th house of partnership building. So, and it's deep. And Uranus is about breakthroughs. You got the Lovers. So, very interesting. Partnerships, relationships. Like I said, that's the biggest thing. If you're single, what do you have to change about the way that you see relationships? Yeah. You got the 12th house is the subconscious. You got your traditional ruler there poking around, bringing things up. So unroot things. Yeah. What is the subconscious? It's where we store our memories. And so if there's parts of you that maybe you went on a date that didn't go so well and you blame yourself and you haven't been on a date since because you blamed yourself when it wasn't actually your fault at all, because as human beings, sometimes we tend to do that. Like if you're walking on the street, you bump into someone or someone bumps into you and you say, oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't even your fault. That's what we, so that's what I'm saying. You gotta, because this is a powerful card. You have an archangel in your external factors area. It's Archangel Raphael too. He's blessing you with all this love. So it's saying you got all this love around you. But it's up to you on what you want to do with it, how you want to connect with it. It's your choice. You got to break free. You got the Hermit too. Yeah, go deep. Do it. Do it. It's funny, if you are a cross watcher, you know the Hermit's been coming up a lot. I wonder why. Well, I'm teasing. I know why. We're moving into Virgo season. Next week, we have a new moon in Virgo. Next week, we've had the South Node in Virgo all year. The Hermit is Virgo. Just go deep. Do that inner. This is everything here is telling you to like, let's go deep. Feel empowered. Yeah, I told you this is all. Your 9th house is so activated. He's a wizard, the wise man, right? He's got that sage wisdom inside him. And he does want to know about his future. You got something big coming. You got the Magician in your final outcome. Who are you? Look at this. This is absolutely... I talked about the Magician earlier with the... come on. This, your reading is like a journey within itself. You got the Magician... Like, you can... So you clearly see here... Yeah? Everything's changing this week in a really big way. There's, when I say new opportunities, new changes, all that happen for you, the Magician is a card of action. So this is him taking action, but he's got the magic. He's got all the tools in tarot too at his disposal. You can have whatever you want. You got to take that inspired action, but that's how effortless it is. All you got to do is to say, I want this. I'm going to get it because I can have it. As above, so below. And so this is powerful manifestation right here is the Magician. Yep. You can have whatever you want. But the other thing is you really got to take that action. Okay. And a lot of it's just out with the old and with the new. I love these 2 nights. All the nights they all have a purpose. They all have this mission. It's a big theme for this week, this purpose that's really driving you. Next week, by the way, and you're good. You don't even need no clarifiers. Like, you just know that there's something new happening for you. And like I said, Venus conjunct Jupiter is that seeding point. There may really be something here with fame. I'm not even joking because the Magician is attributed to the planet Mercury that is currently in Leo, now going direct. Now, when I say fame, just being recognized for something, even career, there could be career matters, but it's whatever you want. It could be like, It looks like some of y'all are going to be starting side hustles, side gigs, by the way. So that could be it as well. I mean, but there's love here. You see the cups here as well. New relationships, or, maybe even just a new direction in a current relationship. Whatever it is, it's what you want is where you put that effort in. It's you raising your frequency too. Okay. Hand to the sky, hand to the ground. This is like passion and spirit. There's everything here. Everything here. And so go forth. Go forth. You're good. You're absolutely good. The other card that flipped out was the star. So the two cards that flipped out for you was the world and the star. How crazy is that? And yeah, in the second spread, we're going to see if the star comes out. Yeah, we're going to look at a couple things. I'm going to tell you more about this. Oh my gosh, when Juno, again, I can't even make this any more clear. You have Juno in your sign trining the North Node. There's something majorly fated for you happening this week in a good way. You have Venus conjunct Jupiter with Sirius. So Scorpio, thanks so much. Next week, yes, big. I was going to say Chiron is very active next week. Yeah, some healing. We're going to do some healing next week as we move into Virgo season. Virgo rules your 11th house. And that is a lot of just attention on people, friends, benefactors, allies, groups, communities, social media, a lot of that for you. Okay. But remember, we've had the South Node in Virgo, and we will have a new moon in Virgo next week too. Remember, that's just kind of like the preview of the solar eclipse in Virgo that we're going to have in September. It's preparing a lot of things for you. So when you do all the math, a lot of Scorpios are going to have a lot of fame the next few months. All right, Scorpio, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. And yeah, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the second spread. Anyone's welcome to join. Thanks so much, everybody. Scorpio, I can't even see. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, this new setup. All right. Scorpio, y'all are amazing. This is amazing. All right. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.